We're A-Game, a 100% Black-owned company with an all-natural product and world-class customer service. We're headquartered in California, and we manufacture, package, and ship right here in the United States. We ship to more than 125 distributors worldwide. Normal processing is 2 to 3 days, and we employ virtual tracking until our product is received. So, no matter where you are in the world, here we come, and we're bringing your A-game.
What's going on, world? DS1 Ross, and we back here on SHEEPSTAYSLEEPTV. Shout out to everybody who support the platform. Much love, much love. Salute to everybody that is in the building right now. Shout out to everyone who's here. Make sure y'all hit that like button for me, fam. Make sure y'all hit that like button for me, fam. Start off by hitting that like button. After that, make sure y'all hit the share button, share the show, share it on your community tab, share it on your Discord servers. Anywhere that you share videos, make sure you share this show. Salute to all the visionaries out there. Shout out to the A-Game Nation. We are back here on SHEEPSTAYSLEEPTV. I'm your host, DS1 Ross, and I appreciate all y'all love and support. Make sure y'all go and check out my pre-recorded video that I dropped a few hours ago. Make sure y'all go and check that out, because of course it ties into today's show. So make sure y'all go and check that out, man. Make sure y'all go and check that out. Salute to everybody once again. Much love. And today, I had to add this to the series. I actually was supposed to talk about it a couple of days ago, but here we are, fam. And I'm definitely going to share this conversation that Charlemagne had with Travis Scott about the current things that happened at his concert. And there was some things that I saw in this interview that I needed to point out, because it shows just how much they get us into a mindset where we disregard human life, like literally. And y'all are gonna hear it. Y'all are gonna hear this. It's kind of it's very weird, man. Like the whole energy, like Travis Scott whole energy is kind of like weird and just thrown off. So I'm gonna share the video with y'all. I'm gonna give my perspective on it, but I'm gonna give some shout outs first, because of course I have to acknowledge everyone who supports this channel, because it's important to me, man. I really appreciate everyone who supports this channel. As y'all can see, I just reached over 5,500 subs. I appreciate it. It's definitely has been a journey thus far. I appreciate everyone who supports the channel, who hit the like button, who hit the share button. I appreciate y'all, man. So shout out to Sir O in the building. Salute. Shout out to my brother Walt Diddy in the building. Salute, my brother, as always. A-Game Nation in the building. Shout out to Hannibal in the building. Salute, my brother. as always, coming through, showing love. Shout out to my brother, the Book of Ronan. Shout out to my brother, A Game Nation. Salute. Chemical JDZ. Salute, salute. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the clouds. Let me share my screen and let's get to this video.
Was in the room, but then people saw you at the golf course.
Yeah,
with Michael Jordan and Mark Wahlberg. What was that?
It was just Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they were there. You know, just good people to have around in the community. And you know, that was just more like a personal time, just trying to get around. I think like some fan came and asked for a photo.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Now, let's talk about that night, man. When did you find out things got as bad as they did? Now, that's the question everybody wants to know.
Yeah, it wasn't really until like minutes until like the press conference until I figured out exactly what happened. You
Mm-hmm.
know, even after the show, you know, you just kind of hearing things, but you don't know. I didn't know the exact details until, you know, minutes before the press conference.
Mm-hmm.
And even at that moment, you kind of just like, wait, you know, what? Like, you know, you just went through something and it's just like, wait, what? You know.
So you didn't know people that actually passed away and stuff?
Nah.
Wow.
Until minutes before, you know,
Mm-hmm.
which is, yeah, you know, and at the thing is like, you know, people pass out, you know, people, you know, things happen at concerts, but something like that, it's just like.
Yeah, people said they collectively heard folks screaming help every time you stopped the song to get your attention. Did you hear any of those screams?
Nah, man. And you know,
Now, here's where I have to stop it, because here's my issue. Charlemagne asked him a direct question. Charlemagne asked him, every time the music stopped, you heard screams of people saying, help, help, help. Did he hear any of that? He said no. Now, I'm not saying that this is not possible, because it's possible for him not to have heard it. But just pay attention to his body language and how it just seems like a lack of concern to me. Like he's not really present, like in the moment. But let's continue.
it's so crazy because I'm that artist too. Like, you know, anytime you can hear something like that, you want to stop the show. You want to make sure, you know, fans get the proper attention they need, you know. And anytime I could see anything like that, I did, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I stopped like a couple of times to just make sure everybody was okay. And I just really just go off the, you know, the fans' energy.
Now, he just said he didn't hear. He just said at first he didn't hear nobody. And then he just said that, you know, when he hears stuff, he stops the show. So which one is it? Because you saying you didn't hear nothing, but when we saw the video, we clearly heard people screaming help. It was clear. It was clear. It's like everyone heard it. So I'm trying to see how he didn't. Why is he so like detached from the situation? Like he's acting as if this kind of stuff is normal at his concerts. And from what we all know, you know, he performs a certain type of music, and certain types of things do happen, but not to this magnitude. not to this magnitude. And pay attention to, like I said, just keep paying attention to his body language and how he's just putting things off. He's not really concerned, and that's for a reason. That's for a reason.
As a collective, you know, call and response. And I just didn't hear that. You know, I got music, I got my in-ears, but I just didn't hear that, you know.
Break that down a little more. Like nobody knows what it's like being on stage except for other artists. So speak to us from that perspective of what you can see and hear. It was like what, 50,000 people?
Yeah, I mean, you got like a venue, you know, filled with like 50,000 people. But it's like a sea. You got lights, you got sound, you got pyro, you got, you know, you got your in-ears, got your sound, got your mic, you know, got the music, you got band, there's all type of, you know, stuff going on.
So it's hard to tell excitement from danger, so to
Yeah,
speak.
of course. Everything kind of just sounds the same. And at the end of the day, you just hear music, you know, and when you do, you just hear amongst of things, you know. But you just, when you're in a show, you just enter the show, and anytime you can feel anything close to you, you know, you try to like definitely get to that.
So as an artist, how much can you actually, I guess, help in that position?
You can only help what you can see, you know what I mean? And then, you know, whatever you told, you know what I'm saying?
See, there's the problem. There's the problem right there. There's the problem. He says that he can only help what he sees, or he can only help with what he's told. So that means that he doesn't feel obligated or responsible for these people at his concert. You see, and pay attention to his face. Notice how it's like he's like, why, like he's zoned out. He's zoned out into something. And he keeps repeating himself over and over and over like it's a script. You see, when I first saw this, I'm like, are they trying to? Yeah, I was just getting ready to say that, Diddy. It seems like it's a scripted interview, like they're trying to just gloss over the fact that we all heard what we heard. You see? See, this is a perfect example of the lost value system at play here. This is how the entertainment business works. See? And look how they using black men. Look how they using us. Because see, at the end of the day, Travis Scott gonna pay. He's gonna pay. That's what he's gonna do. But let's continue. I'm gonna play a little bit more.
Whenever somebody tell you to stop, you just stop. But just wasn't it.
It wasn't that night, huh? You know, raging has been a part of the culture, you know, of your shows. You know, you didn't on this night, but in the past, you've encouraged, I guess, the kind of energy that could have led to something like this happening. Do you think that contributed to the energy of this night?
Yeah, nah, I think, you know, it's something I've been working on, you know, for a while, of just creating these experiences and trying to show like the experiences happening in a safe environment. You know, us as artists, we trust, you know, professionals to make sure that, you know, things happen and people leave, you know, safely. You know what I'm saying? And this night was just like a regular show. You know, it felt like to me. as far as like, you know, the energy, people, it didn't feel like it was like, you know, people didn't show up there to just be harmful.
Mm-hmm.
People just, I think, showed up to have a good time, and then, you know, something unfortunate happened. And
Once again, they're just trying to gloss over what happened. They're trying to make it look like an accident. They're trying to make this look like an accident. And Travis Scott, he has to take all of the humiliation from this. He does. See, this is an example of F you, pay me. Pay me. This is the lost value system at play here. As always, this is what runs the entertainment business. At the top of it is money. That's what this is about. And they're getting ready to take a lot of money from this guy. A lot of money. A lot. So yeah, he may not do no jail time or nothing like that, but they about to cash his ass in. See, because this is how they make you pay in the lost value system too. You see? They'll give you, they'll take your money. They'll take your money. You know how much money this dude's getting ready to spend? This is it. This lawsuit they're saying is already at, I think about, I'm gonna estimate at least, I think they were saying like $100 million, something like that. And they're saying that they want Travis Scott to pay like 20 million. They're trying to sue him for like 20 million. This is why it's an accident. They're going to try to make it look like an accident. But they're getting ready to cash you in, Travis Scott. But this is what happens when you play around with this lost value system. When you think it's all about that, they'll take it from you, buddy. But let's continue. Let's continue.
I think we really just got to figure out, you know, what that was, you know?
Does raging make it harder to identify when something is going wrong in the crowd?
Well, I think, you know, raging is just you know, they have a textbook, you know, definition, but, you know, in concerts, I mean, we've grown it to be just an experience of having fun. It's not about just, harm.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about that. It's about just letting go and having fun, you know, help others, you know, love each other. It's not about just, you know, harm.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what it's all about. The show isn't just rambunctious for an hour.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's not what.
So he said raging is not harm. It has a textbook definition, but we've made it into something different. Right. Just like how these people made the lost value system. The same way, right? You just turn it into whatever you want it to be. You just flip it to what you want it to be, right? We all know what raging is. We all know. We all know the type of music you make, Travis Scott. We know what happens at those concerts. We know what mosh pitting is. We know what that stuff is. That stuff is all violence. That's what that shit is about. It's not about love. It's not about any of that. And y'all are in these concerts doing a bunch of drugs. And this is what's going on. You got all these lights, you got all this smoke, people dancing, people doing drugs, they high, they drinking. This is the lost value system. And he's trying to make it look like, oh, this was just an accident. No, this is due to your music, Travis Scott. This is because of the type of music that you make. That's what this is about. They said, I think the youngest child that got injured was like 9 or 10 years old. This is not something that you could just gloss over, dude. It's not. And it's crazy how when black men begin to follow this lifestyle and they get caught up in this entertainment world, man, they start disregarding life. They start acting as if, that this was an accident. This was just a freak accident. You know, I'm gonna make sure this goes away. I'm gonna pay. I'm just gonna pay everyone out. I'm gonna make sure the families are okay. But this was an accident. Don't blame the music. Don't do that. Because he doesn't want the fans to stop supporting his music, because then he won't have no money. He won't have any money. When the truth of the matter is that music is not what's up, man. Let's just be honest here. That type of stuff that happened at his concert happens at all of them. It happens at all of his concerts. His ex-manager came out about him saying that he got injured at one of his concerts. So him just trying to make it look like a little freak accident. Come on, man. This is why I say, brothers, we at war. This is why I did a whole spiritual warfare series. Make sure y'all go and check that out. Because in that series, I broke down how the lost value system turns black men into dudes like Travis Scott. Where you become desensitized to life. Where you begin to look at people like you can replace them like products. Like they're just defective products. Like those people didn't really die. Pay attention to how he's talking. Them people lost their lives. He making it seem like, oh, that, it really didn't happen that way. Because he doesn't want his genre of music to begin to be alienated, like drill rap is alienated. You see? He makes a certain type of hip hop. It's not even called hip hop. What Travis Scott does. So he's not trying to get canceled. You see, he doesn't want people to cancel that music. So this is why he got his little crying thing going on. But it just shows you the effects of this lost value system, man. and playing in this entertainment industry. So let's keep listening.
What it is, you know?
Oh, trust me, I grew up on crunk.
Yeah.
So, I understand, you don't want it to get too out of hand.
Yeah, but the energy is high, and that's why you want to just make sure that, people are surrounded, to make sure that people are just having the best experience. You know what I'm saying? I can't say the energy is high, but you make sure that people are there for people to have like the best experience and leave.
Yeah, you want people to have a good time. You don't want people to get hurt
at
though.
all.
Yeah. And God forbid, pass away. And it's typical for you to stop a show to make sure fans in the crowd get the help they need. There's even footage of that night of you doing that during the set. Were you unable to sense like a difference in urgency this time around?
I mean, yeah, because you stop the show, but if something's gonna happen, if it's something detrimental, somebody's gonna let you know, or the show will just stop. And that just wasn't the case. I just kind of stopped the show. You just ask.
So notice how he's still trying not to, take any accountability. He's trying to put it off on other people. He's deflecting. Notice how he keeps saying, well, I couldn't tell if this, but if something happened, they would, why they ain't just stop the show? What do you mean? like dog, you tell them to stop the show. You're the star. We just watched, right after this happened, we just saw Tiana Taylor do the same thing at her concert. She stopped the whole concert because she saw somebody pass out. So he keep trying to say that he's alert, but then he's trying to say, well, this night he just don't understand what happened. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on. Come on, Travis Scott, man. Come on, bro. You come on, man.
You have a call and response with the fans. You try to, generally get a response, but if you don't get like a hard stop, it's just you can't, you just don't, you just go off of what's going on, which makes it so like so crazy because like if I feel like if anyone would have known, it would have just been like it wouldn't have got that far,
Mm-hmm. What headspace were you in when you posted that initial response video?
I mean, it was, I think it had to have been the night of, so I was just in a headspace of just trying to get a communication out to my fans, I had little to no information, so I was just trying to figure it out and just communicate to them,
So you mean to tell me that you didn't have no information about nothing? You were just totally unaware until somebody made you aware. And then when you were made aware, you told your fans. Come on, man. You really expect us to go with this, Travis Scott? Bruh, what are you, what drugs are you on, man? I'm just being honest. Something got to be wrong with this dude. Yeah, he's lying. Like something is wrong with this dude because he really doesn't have a strong explanation, because he really just want to say, I'm gonna pay you the money. I'm gonna just pay. And this is what happened. This is the attitude and the mentality that is developed when you keep practicing this lost value system. You begin to disregard human life, human activity, because you don't even look at people as people. This is what happens. This shit is this is crazy. And look at him. Look at his body language. Look at his face. This guy is he's not there, man. He's not. And this happens to a lot of us young brothers in the industry. This is what happens to us. On our way to get to the bag, to get to the money. We end up getting caught up in some stuff, man. And you end up like this. Another perfect example. Look at NBA YoungBoy. He out of jail now. He got a bunch of, black lipstick and all that on his face and black eyeliner all over his face. Look like he turned into the new XXX, XXXTentacion. See, when we speak about the lost value system, brothers, you have to understand that when you take on this type of life and you employ this system into your life, what happens is you lose everything about yourself. Everything that once made you a natural person, you lose that. You become numb to that. This is what happens. We see this with all of our entertainers. It's not a conspiracy theory, it's facts. All you got to do is pay attention. That's all you got to do. This is what happens. You see, no detachment. This is a perfect example of him having no detachment. He keeps trying to blame other people because he has no detachment from that money. He don't want to deal with what he has to deal with because of the loss of human life. He's trying to disregard that because he focused on, man, just how much I got to pay. How much do I have to pay? Because he has no detachment from these earthly possessions that he's accumulated. So he want to say, he trying to say everything right. But I'm sorry. But I never meant for this to happen. I'm sorry to these children's parents. My team will send condolences to the families. See, he's not saying none of this. He's not showing any form of remorse. Any form. He's trying to put it off on everything. He's just trying to cover it up. He's just trying to give everyone a reason to not cancel him. And it is because the what? The fact that he has no detachment. He has no detachment. You see? And he thinks, the calmer and cooler and, vanilla he talks, that he's going to pay less money in this case. Because that's all he's worried about.
yeah, I was just reacting just literally just to get something to the fans. You know, it's people that showed up.
Do you regret that initial video? Do you regret reacting in that way, or not having all the information before you said something?
I mean, yeah, because you know, you just don't know what's going on. But at the end of the day, I don't, you know, I just wanted to get something out. You know, how my message came out, I can't, you know, I can only go off what what I know. But
Mhm.
my true intentions of it, you know, was really just trying to get a message across, and you know, really wanted to just touch to the fans, touch to the families, you know, that we here, we grieving,
Mhm.
and we'll get through this, you know, through this process.
So what did you know in that first video?
I mean, at that time, I think we just knew that, you know, people pass.
Mhm.
You know, we didn't know how. You know, that it was, you know, the news. You know, I think police came out and said something. You know, you're just going off of what you're seeing in the news. You know, you don't
Mhm.
really know nothing. And then as the days go on, you start collecting a little bit more information.
They said there was
Now, that doesn't even make any sense. That makes no sense, Travis Scott. That makes no sense. You're an A-list. If you're not an A-list, you're a B-list celebrity, right? You hang out with big wigs, Travis Scott. So you mean to tell me that the police, the news, all of this stuff, you learned about the case as if you was a person sitting at home watching television? That's what you're trying to tell us? You need help, brother. Because you really don't see how this game got you warped, man. And it's sad, but a lot of our brothers get caught up in this game. We get caught up in this entertainment world, and it just sweeps us through now. Just look at all the young dudes. Not the guys my age, not the guys 30 and up. We talking about the guys that's, I'm gonna say, from like 18 to like 25. Look at what's happening to them in the industry, man. And it is because they don't understand what they playing with. And they don't understand the power of this. See, because in the entertainment world, the lost value system is the value system of that whole sector. You see? In order to stay relevant, in order to make money, you have to stay relevant, especially in the music business. It's all about what you've done for me lately. If you're not on tour, and it's easy to lose money. So you got to understand that these young dudes, man, they're just losing everything. They're losing their families. They're losing their mental health. This is why a lot of these dudes are on drugs. Look at Quando Rondo, how I showed the video of him. He high on drugs and he bit his homeboy on a video. This is the lost value system at play, destroying young black men because they don't understand what it's about. They don't understand what it's about. They don't understand what they're dealing with. You see, this is why in the lost value system, the first thing they do is they get you to relinquish all aspects of what you know to be in the truth. They get you to question the truth. They get you to question who you are, what you're about. You see? That's the lost value system. They flip your value system upside down. You see? So then your external values has replaced your internal values. So now you become a Travis Scott, where you got to sit up here and be desensitized to these people losing their life, because you looking at everything as a goddamn business proposal or some business event that we got going on, because this is a show. So in his mind, man, I'm here to perform, get my money, and go. This is why he keeps saying, oh, well, we still want people to have fun. And, he keep talking all of this mamby-pamby shit. No, people died. Act like you're concerned about them people dying. You keep talking about fun and shit. Fun? Come on, man.
There was like chaos and trampling being reported since the early afternoon, like hours before the show even started. Were you informed of any of that ahead of time?
Well, no, the police, he came and
That's another lie. That's another lie. How you didn't know any of that if hours after that you was coming to the show? Anything that happens, you're going to know because it's your show. It's your show. But see, I can't fully blame you, Travis Scott. You a young dude. You young. You just trying to keep your career. I could see it in your face, bro. I could see it in your face. You terrified. You don't want to say the wrong thing and get canceled and lose everything. You don't want to pay what they said you might have to pay, that estimated cost. I see it all in your face. But this is the trials and tribulations of dealing with this entertainment business and following this lost value system, Travis Scott. See, this is what we talk about over here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. This is what we talk about here in the A Game Nation. We're trying to teach black men that yes, you're supposed to go get your money, but don't disregard human life. See? Don't disregard human life. Don't disregard the safety and the health of others. Yes, they came and paid for your show. Yes, they're customers. But it's bigger than that. And you have to look at yourself in that light. You have to value yourself in that way, Travis Scott. You can't look at yourself like, hey, man, I'm just an artist. I'm here to do my job. No. Because we're talking about pop what? We're talking about pop culture, Travis Scott. We're talking about culture. We're talking about your influence, Travis Scott. So you can't just make it seem like, oh, I'm just a rapper and I'm here to do my job. No, my brother. No, my brother. No. This is why in the 10 life value system, not the loss value system, but in the 10 life value system, you put value on your life first, brother. And when you value your life over money, over going on vacations, over tricking, but you value your life over all those things, you value your health over all those things, you will value that in others. You will value that in others. See, this is the reason for all of this, to become better versions of ourselves as men. That's what this is about. Once you put some value on your life, you'll have no problem valuing and respecting the next man and value and respecting the next man's life. You see? But in the lost value system, life isn't valued. You know why? Because your health isn't valued. The truth isn't valued. Your family isn't valued. Your image isn't valued. You see, all the things you're trying to save right now, Travis Scott, you gave up. You gave it all up just for some money. And now, everything that you gave up for some money, you got to turn around and use that same money just to pay for a peace of mind. Just for a peace of mind. Now you gotta pay. See, this is what we've been speaking about. This is what we've been speaking about. When you don't value yourself, black man, you pay the biggest cost. You see? Look at his face. He's just trying to save himself. He just want to remain in this lost value system. Because if he remains here, he's winning. He's winning. He's just trying to save this. Let's continue.
And to my trailer, and he congratulated me on the event, and having something like this in Houston. He let me know that it was mishap at the merch booth earlier. They shut it down, but they opened it back up. They seemed to got it under control. He was gonna step out and just let us know if we need anything. Have a good show. That was it.
A lot of the criticism, from the tragedy, they say, is in the poor planning and understaffing of the event. As an artist, do you have any involvement in any of that?
Well, I mean, we just do, as an artist, you just do the creative. And for this being my festival, I got, bring artists, creatively produce it. And, we just trust in the professionals to kind of just make sure that, people, are taken care of. And
Bingo. 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 You see what he just said? He's just a creative, meaning I'm just up there to perform. I don't have no say-so. I don't have no control. You see what happens, black man? When you practice the lost value system, you relinquish control over your life. You then cannot properly provide these. You see, he just said, I'm just a creative, meaning I'm just here to rap. So he doesn't know how to properly problem solve. He don't know what to do when something goes wrong. He don't know how to protect nobody. He trying to protect himself right now by lying. And I've said this numerous times. When you practice the lost value system, brothers, that affects your 4 Ps. It affects your provision. It affects your problem solving, your protection, and your procreation. Look at his hands. Look at his hands. I don't know. I don't. No control over nothing. We trust in the professionals. You're not a professional, Travis Scott. You're not a professional. So what you say don't mean nothing. Pay attention, brothers. He's telling us the truth. See, I'm not clowning this brother. I hope y'all don't think that. I hope y'all are paying attention to what I'm saying. See, because he's telling you we don't have no control in this shit. I don't. But y'all blaming it. They blaming it on him. He's still gonna have to pay. You see what happens? You're the fall guy, black man. You're the scapegoat. F you. Pay me. See? See how this works? See how this works? You have no control. You have no control over your life. You have no say-so over your safety and anyone that's around you. Black man, we can't be putting ourselves in these type of predicaments in 2021. We need to be trying to regain control of our lives. So you relinquish control over your life, over your voice, and everything else just for some money? That's what he's telling you he's done. Because what? That is the quintessential point of the lost value system. Give us control, give us the say-so, and I'll pay you. But when some shit happens, you're gonna hold an L too. You're gonna hold an L too. Even though we're in control of everything, you're gonna eat some of the brunt of this. You see how we always lose in the end, black man? We're always gonna lose in the end. You see? Let's continue. Shout out to everybody in the chat too, by the way. Shout out to everybody. I appreciate it. Shout out to Larry Vaughn in the building. He say didn't even get the notification. Peace and salute, DS1. Salute, my brother. Appreciate it, man. It happens sometimes, you know. You might have to click the bell and click it back on. Shout out to the bishop in the building. Shout out to the Crimson Cure. Shout out to everybody, man, the whole A-Game Nation in this joint. Salute, salute. Hey, Just Jay, I see you, girl.
You know, leaving safely. You know, I just can control what I can on the stage, and then, you know, you have the professionals control what they can in the crowd, you know. It's just hard because as an artist, you know, you want to have like the best shows and you want to have the best experiences, and you know, you link with professionals to handle that side of it, you know, and then, you know, you want to know what's going on. I think that's what we got to figure out, you know, and figure out what happened there, how did it happen, you know.
You spoke on the
Shout out to Ty's Craziest. Much love. Appreciate the super sticker. Appreciate it, love. Now, notice this entire interview so far, right? And we're about only 13 minutes in. 13 minutes and 13 seconds. How ironic, right? And I probably won't play no more, but notice how from the time I started playing it to up until this point, he's constantly said he don't know what's going on. Nobody told him what's going on. He don't know what to do. He don't know what's going on. As a man, you are not supposed to put your well-being, your life in anybody else's hands. You are supposed to know what's going on. But he said he didn't. Nobody told him nothing till afterward. See, brothers, this should be a message to all my brothers who want to get into the rap game, who want to get into the entertainment business. Watch this interview and watch it carefully. And listen to what he's saying. Travis Scott is a multi-millionaire. This dude ain't broke, far from broke. Superstar. Travis Scott is a superstar. And he's constantly telling you he has no control over anything. He has no control over anything. He does not have control over his own biology, his own culture, or his own environment. He does not have control. So that means, guess what? You're not a man. You're not a man. In the lost value system, you're not a man. You're a bag. You're a bag. And shout out to my brother, the Book of Ronan. Your bag could get holes in them. What happens when your bag get holes in them and money start falling out? What happens? You see? He's not a man. With all the money he got, he's not a man because he doesn't have control over shit. He's told you this. From the time I started playing it up until now, he has said it time and time again. I don't have control. I don't know. I couldn't do this. I didn't know that. I just didn't know. I left it in their hands. They supposed to do that. I don't know how to do that. I didn't know that. Does that sound like a man? Does that sound like a man? Look at his body language. Slumped in the seat, water in his eyes, sound like he about to cry. Is this a man? Brothers, this is what this entertainment business will do to you if you do not understand what runs it. If you do not understand what runs it. If you do not understand the lost value system, stay away from the entertainment world because you're going to lose your mind. You're going to lose everything that was once dear to you. You're going to lose it. You're going to lose it. You know why? Because you don't understand that you're the value in the situation. You're the value. You're the value. See? And there's never a price on a peace of mind. And see, that's what Travis Scott is trying to pay for. He's trying to pay for a peace of mind. He just wants this shit to go away. And he's going to pay a lot for it to go away. But what's never going to go away is those people that died. You see? And no matter how much you pay Travis Scott, you know that all those people dying at your concert is affecting you right here. I can see it just by how you're sitting there. I can see by how Charlemagne's looking at you. Charlemagne knows about trauma. He knows you're traumatized, Travis. He knows, brother. Look how he looking at you. He knows. But he understands that it's business. He understands that too. And he understands that you got to separate business from personal shit. And that sometimes the business is going to affect your life. It's all how you deal with it. It's all how you cope. And look at what these young brothers in this industry is left to cope with. They're left to cope with death. They're left to cope with a bunch of demons, man. That's why they doing so much drugs and all the stuff that they doing, crashing out. Crashing out. Not understanding their value. Not understanding that you got to be alive and healthy to get the bag and enjoy it. You got to be alive and healthy to get the bag and enjoy it, man. And we talking about physically and mentally. Because a lot of us brothers are suffering more mentally than anything. More than anything, man. The war actually starts here, and then it begins to wear and tear on your body. So, brothers, understand you first, your health, your family, your appearance, peace of mind in your house. You are first. The first 5 values, these internal 5 values, that's you. That's you. That's what's going to keep you. You see? That's what's going to keep you even if you don't have an education. See? Because as long as you're healthy, you can go back to school. Long as you're healthy, you could go get a job. You see? So, brothers, when I say we at war, man, they'll show you the lost value system and this entertainment world, whatever y'all want to call it, will show you we don't value you. F you, pay me. We'll come up with a little scripted story for you to run and tell the media, but give us that bag. Give us that bag. Give us that bag you work so hard to chase. You sacrifice so much for. Just give it to us. Right? You want to be around and make some more money, right? But that's what happens, brothers, when you're not aware of the lost value system. I appreciate y'all for tuning into today's show. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all share this show. Make sure y'all share this show, man. Shout out to all of the visionaries that's out there. Shout out to everyone who came through. Shout out to everybody who hit the super chat, who hit the Cash App. I appreciate it. If I missed any super chats, my apologies. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to all of the visionaries once again. Much love to the A Game Nation. Salute to y'all, man. Much love once again. I appreciate y'all. DS1 Raw, Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Before we get up out of here, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you share and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I drop some new content right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Also, get down in the comment section and let me know what y'all think about this. DS1 Ross, Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Brothers, remember, Gotta heal before we build, man. We gotta heal before we build. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
Hey y'all, Donnie Keith here, aka Auntie Peaches from the Aunties Radio Show, also on The Voice of Reason. I'm here to say that ever since my man started taking A game, he's been on top of his A game. What? When I say A game, I mean his A game. He's more focused. He's definitely working out more. His attitude is better. And he's not complaining of all over body aches due to poor blood circulation, because A-game provides great blood circulation, if you know what I mean, ladies. That blood circulation. Sometimes I have to hide the A-game in the bushes when I'm out walking the dog just because I want some sleep. If you know what I mean, ladies. Stay on top of your A-game, fellas. Get your A-game.